I might have to do that every time. Quit the game to get the game to go shh. A little music. How is everyone doing? Reload. And Lion, I guess hello and goodbye. Are you gone already? We hardly even knew you. Anyways, if you're still there, welcome. Not that far into it. I think we've had 4 hours, and 3 of those have been tapes. It said there are 7 or more hours of tapes. But we have not heard anywhere near half the tapes. Is it just 7? It seems like there's a lot more than 7 hours in tapes. The mission to rescue Chico. We'll probably have some tapes to go with it.
Appear to have left the coastal marshes.
Tape Walker continues.
Around Irazu. But without a guide, it's going to be tough tracking those things in the mountains. So we need you to infiltrate one of their bases, a prison facility.
I hope nothing's happened to Amanda's brother.
I hear ya. There may be other Sandinistas held there too. To bring them back safely to MSF, use the Fulton recovery system. As I'm sure you know from experience, it's completely harmless. After all, you won't have time to sit there and convince every single one of them to join.
One other thing, Snake.
Amanda.
Those CIA bastards confiscated some of the houses in the village. Chico's got to be inside one of them.
Houses, huh? How do I tell which ones?
When they took over the houses, they installed new front doors for security purposes. The new doors are blue, with peepholes, so you can see what's inside.
Blue doors.
Blue doors.
You're getting close to the end of the transport route. Good luck, Snake.
Three people on the list. Paz has got some tapes about this. Amanda has got... Amanda! Why not?
Amanda, how do I get to the prison camp?
First, head up the narrow mountain path. The path will gradually open up, and you'll come to a fork in the road. Watch yourself up there. You'll be lower than the surrounding terrain, so if you head down the middle, you'll make for an easy target.
Yeah,
Don't head down the
thanks
middle.
for the heads up.
Take the leftward path to reach the prison camp.
Left.
What can you tell me about the prison camp?
Well, it used to be a village until they took control of it. It's a maze of paths, so watch out for soldiers on patrol.
I'll be sure not to stop and say hi.
Use the paths carefully, and you should be able to stay out of view.
Where are they holding Chico?
One of the houses, most likely. You can peek through the doors. Just press the action button when the icon appears. You could also listen to any sounds inside for clues.
Good idea.
Guards will still be on the move while you're looking inside. Make sure you don't get caught. And Snake.
I know. I'll bring him back.
Thank you. I know I can count on you.
There may be new tapes that are not directly tied to the mission. We'll come back to Paz's mission tapes at the end, although most of those may play. Get to Paz here in the library. Let's just assume every time we get a bunch of tapes like this, it's going to be 20 minutes worth of tapes. May or may not be more, less.
So I hear Amanda mistook you for Che Guevara.
Got your popcorn.
Snake. That's not too bad, huh?
Yeah, right. I'm not even worthy of polishing his boots.
Don't be so modest. From where I'm standing, your men see you as a great man.
As great as the century's most complete human being.
That's Sartre, right? Well, there's hardly been a more iconic figure of his times than Che.
Oh, he was more than that. He was a true revolutionary and a great warrior.
I'm with you there. Can you believe that when he first went to Cuba with Fidel, they had only 12 guys with them?
But they rallied. They brought in new recruits, won the support of the peasants, expanded their organization.
And in the end, They overthrew the Batista regime.
People flocked to them because they were honest. They won because they were strong. Those are the qualities that make men great.
You know, we're kind of in the same boat they were back then. Here we are, a handful of mercenaries taking on an army backed by the United States.
Yeah, we've got a long way to go.
But we've got to keep on going. It's not just about winning in battle. You need to think about recruiting people and growing this operation.
Got it.
Boss, did you ever read Che Guevara's book, Guerrilla Warfare?
I can't remember if I got to that one or not.
You should have. That's why I lent it to you. A lot of the guerrilla tactics it covers apply to sneaking missions too. Che was one of the first people to articulate the theory of guerrilla warfare. T.E. Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia, was another one. And Mao Zedong and his On Protracted War. Theory aside, Nicaragua's General Sandino was one of the first to put guerrilla tactics into practice, which explains why the Sandinistas named themselves after him.
If you think about it, guerrilla warfare itself has been around since ancient times. There's only so many ways a small group can upset a large army.
There was a samurai in Japan who excelled in guerrilla warfare.
No kidding.
Tsunoki Masashige. He was a warrior who lived in the medieval era. He used unconventional tactics to help overthrow the Kamakura shogunate.
Like what?
Trojan horse-style maneuvers and decoys to confuse the enemy. The best one was when the enemy was climbing the castle walls. He dumped boiling water and human excrement on them.
Huh, sounds great. Let's put it in the MSF playbook.
You're not serious, are you, boss?
Why not? We've got plenty of crap to unload.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
You do that, Kaz. Guerrilla warfare. Che's visit to Hiroshima, and then Kaz's scarf. Enemy soldiers. Weapons.
The year the Cuban Revolution was won, Che visited Japan as a member of an economic delegation. While he was there, he visited Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
Since he was there to discuss economic issues, Hiroshima wasn't part of the original itinerary. Some said the Ministry of Foreign Affairs didn't want to let him go, but he went anyway. He snuck out of his hotel and took an overnight train.
Huh. Traveling guerrilla style. Sounds like Che, all right.
He visited the Peace Memorial Museum and the Atomic Bomb Survivors Hospital. Apparently it gave him quite a shock. As a doctor, it must have been painful for him to see how the victims suffered.
Nukes destroy everything.
He was quoted as saying, "They put you through this, and still you do whatever America says." Those words really hit me hard, especially when I think of my mom. He said something else, too. Let us all love Hiroshima and its people.
I can believe it. Che never managed to numb himself to other people's pain. That's why people loved him. And why he died.
That bandana you're always wearing, that thing's a real antique. Ever think about getting a new one?
This one's fine.
That was
Come
about
on,
Kaz's
we can't have our
scarf.
boss wearing a
About Snake's
raggedy old
bandana.
thing like that.
It was a gift, okay? It wouldn't be right to get rid of it.
It was. Okay then. Speaking of which, Che supposedly had a black scarf he used to take everywhere with him.
A scarf?
Che's
One of his
scarf.
comrades gave it to him when he broke his arm in battle. Che used that silk scarf as a sling, and the comrade who gave it to him became his second wife.
Alida, right?
Even after his arm healed up, he never went anywhere without that scarf. What about you? You get that bandana from someone special?
No, nothing like that. It's important to me. That's all.
From the boss.
Amanda and her crew tell me they've managed to identify several different categories of mercenaries employed by the CIA.
Give me a rundown. Sounds like info I could use.
No problem. I'll go through them in order. The type of enemy you'll be seeing most is the type that patrols and guards a specific operational area. For the sake of convenience, Amanda's crew calls the outdoor
Or
ones
less
patrolmen
tutorials.
and the indoor ones guards. They might look like they're just out for a stroll, but don't be fooled. They're sharper than they look. All of their senses are finely honed. Normally, they'll patrol along fixed routes, but when the alert level is raised, they'll assume a more efficient alert posture and focus on defending specific points. That's bad for you. Obviously, they can hold their own in combat, and with body armor, it'll be even harder to take them down. If they're wearing a bulletproof helmet, you can forget about one-shot kills. Just a heads up. You'll need to be smart about using camo and pick your routes. The most important thing is to avoid detection. When the enemy spots you and goes on alert, they may call in a backup strike team. These assault teams are heavily armed, well-trained, and highly dangerous. Amanda's crew calls them commandos. Unlike the patrolmen, these guys will actively, relentlessly track and hunt you down like hounds.
Hounds to hunt a former foxhound. Bring it on.
They won't give up easily even if they lose sight of you. They'll clear out any likely hiding places they come across. So don't get too comfy in one spot, or you might get caught again. Keep your eyes fixed on them and what they're doing. Also, be aware that commando gear includes body armor, so don't think you can deal with them by going in guns blazing.
All I've got to do is find an exposed weak point, and...
Exactly. There are areas out there where enemy soldiers are deployed in multiple layers for extra coverage. More than a few of those will be attacking you from a distance, rooftops and far-off vantage points. Try not to get too distracted by nearby enemies, because you could be leaving yourself wide open to longer-range attacks.
I'll be careful.
We know there are variations in the kinds of gear patrolmen and commandos wear, especially the body armor. Our scouts report that an enemy's defense and firing accuracy are directly proportional to how heavy their gear is.
Those must be the
'Cause
guys
that
with the
makes
highest
sense.
combat skills. They can fight in heavier gear without their performance suffering.
Supposedly,
Fine.
it's pretty easy to tell the difference in gear just by looking. So remember, use extra caution when dealing with enemies wearing heavy gear.
Because there's so much dialogue, the game is extremely heavy on the dialogue. We have these short missions. I run my mouth, usually, and I don't get the opportunity here. I like being a spectator too, so that's fine for me. But it's different. Different.
Enemies will try to fight you from different distances, based on the
We're
weapon
all
they've
watching
got
this
equipped.
together.
When you meet an enemy,
Cape
get a
Walker.
good look at what they're carrying. It can make or break your chances in battle.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Enemies carrying handguns and shotguns will try and get in close. That makes them dangerous, but at the same time, easier to hit. Keep your wits about you, and you can turn a threat into an opportunity. Enemies carrying assault rifles and machine guns will usually fire at you from farther away. Use whatever
Yeah, I'm
cover
kinda
you can
glazing
find,
over during the-
then return fire with a few well-placed shots of your own.
Tutorial tapes.
Don't expect enemies carrying sniper rifles or rocket launchers to get up close and personal. They'll be constantly moving from place to place looking for an opening to snipe at you. Tricky bastards.
Turkey.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Go with the sniper rifle. Make sure you stay out of their line of sight, and when they expose themselves, take them down.
Boom. Headshot. Okay. Amanda's tapes on Nicaragua. The watermelon sellers. U.S. relations. Personal. Did I say 20 minutes? I meant 80. Sorry.
Since it was founded, my country has not once been able to choose its own path. First Spain, then America, Over 100 years of this.
They're
I
good.
know.
They're good.
In the 19th
They're good.
century, an American mercenary named William Walker seized power in Nicaragua.
I'd heard he exploited rivalries between the political parties.
Even after we expelled him, the Americans sent in their Marines under the pretext of quelling political unrest
And the real reason?
to intimidate the government and thwart the construction of the Nicaragua Canal.
People must have shit themselves when they first played this game and discovered the format and the tapes and the branches, tapes within tapes. Hey, here you like tapes. We put some more tapes in your tapes.
I thought
What's
the
up,
U.S.
cunt?
already has the rights to build
How
a
you doing?
canal in Nicaragua.
They never intended to build a canal there. They'd already started digging in Panama. A canal in Nicaragua would break up the Panama Canal's monopoly. Reason enough for America to stick its nose into our affairs.
They snagged the rights so nobody else could build there.
It was General Sandino who finally stood up to los Yankees. General Sandino waged a guerrilla war against the Marines, at last driving them out. He was a true hero, and to us Sandinistas, like a father. But when they pulled out, the Americans left us something to remember them by.
The National Guard.
Yes, La Guardia. In name, a peacekeeping force, but in reality, Commander Somoza's personal army, answering to no one else. Unable to stay silent, General Sandino went to protest and was assassinated by Somoza as he made his way home. It was then that Somoza and Los Sapos began to eat our country alive from the inside.
Sea-Star. I know, right? Many a time that I spend... Scratch that. Reverse it. OHN not only introduced me to Metal Gear Solid, but has facilitated so much of my housework for the past couple years, especially 2014, year when I discovered Twitch and started spending all my time on Twitch. That may sound weird, but it's what Sea-Star just said. The tapes are great. They work perfectly as a background while cleaning. Can't tell you how many hours of the marathons I have spent going, oh, this is just put the MGS marathon on and finally get stuff done around the house. I guess after watching it all many times, it works as background like any movie or show. Favorite comfort movies. But this one especially, because it's all tapes, because it's a static image on the screen. What are you going to watch? Oddly enough, I mean, okay, red hair, pretty eyes, you're going to have to stare. But sometimes it's Kaz, and sometimes it's Paz. Paz. And sometimes it's Amanda. And they're all static images. Do you notice I'm still staring at them? I don't know why they're...
It has been 40 years since the Somoza
I'll sit there
family
and stare at her
became
like
rulers of
she's
Nicaragua.
talking.
With La Guardia at their command, no one can challenge them.
You came here on the run from the National Guard, right?
See, they took everything. Our land, our homes, our jobs.
Now belong to Somoza.
See, the law too. He's even got the judges in his pocket. You defy him, you face death. Everyone bows and scrapes before La Guardia. Even then you might get a beating if they are in a bad mood.
And you're trying to change things.
That's not all. These Somozas have used their power to line their pockets. They confiscate people's land and hand it to members of the Somoza family. By now, close to half the farmland in Nicaragua is theirs. We were powerless until... You remember the earthquake 2 years ago?
Yeah, I heard the capital was hit pretty hard.
We lost Managua, our capital city. People sent aid from all around the world. Tears of sorrow turned to tears of joy. Yet almost all of it was embezzled by the Somozas. They sold out those who'd lost everything for money. They feasted on our country's suffering. Public resentment is at the boiling point. The Somozas' days are numbered. We will see to it.
Cool. I'll check it out.
The first Somoza was originally no more than the commander of La Guardia. Ordinarily, a man of his station could never hope to become president. But the president at the time had no power to back him. The only one with the strength to oppose him was General Sandino. No, better to say the general was the only one who dared oppose him. There was nothing special about him. Above all, it takes a strong will to see justice done. That is what he taught us.
Scully, what's up?
It's also what motivated Somoza to have him killed.
Yes, the rest was easy. He got rid of the president, taking office in a sham election. And once he had the power, he never gave it up.
Talk about heavy-handed.
He had the Americans backing him, that's why. They didn't want to hand over power to a rebellious general.
Even so, it's hard to believe Washington would give its blessing to a guy like that.
The American president at the time put it this way. Somoza may be a son of a bitch, but he's our son of a bitch. In other words, better a dog or Los Sapos than an anti-US regime.
The Managua earthquake.
The Managua earthquake struck 2 years ago, the day before Christmas Eve. Giant cracks opened up in the streets. Sleeping children were crushed in collapsing houses. No chance to escape. No visit from Santa Claus. Thanks to Somoza, the old houses could not even get rebuilt. It was a nightmare.
I heard the epicenter was right in the middle of the city.
Even today, it's too dangerous to build on top of the fault line. The city center is still in ruins.
And to make things worse, Somoza stole the recovery money.
We must not fail. We owe it to those who lost their lives. We will defeat Somoza. We are Sandinistas, the heirs of General Sandino's will.
Sandino, the father of modern guerrilla warfare.
To you, maybe. To us, he's more like a real father.
That why you named yourselves after him?
Of course. La Frente Sandinista de Liberación Nacional. The Sandinista National Liberation Front is named in his honor. We share the general's goal, to take back our country's freedom. In his day, from America. In ours, from the despot Somoza.
Times have changed, but the song remains the same.
Patria libre o morir. That is our slogan. El Che used to say the same thing, you know.
Patria o muerte, the slogan of the Cuban Revolution. So, you're fighting for a socialist revolution too, then?
No, it's not about ideology. We only want to live normal lives. We are sick of living in a country where you can be beaten for walking down the street, where you never know if your neighbor is snitching on you. Our goal is to give back the country to its people.
Yeah, the Cuban Revolution started out like that too.
We are few in number, but we will win. Victoria o muerte. For a revolutionary, there is no
Victory
other fate.
or death.
Augusto Cesar Sandino, general and hero of Nicaragua. 50 years ago, conflict broke out between the political parties of Nicaragua. The U.S. Marines intervened in the name of restoring order. The only one who refused to listen to their call for reconciliation was General Sandino.
Huh. One man against the Marines. That takes guts.
The general wasn't a professional soldier. Neither were his compadres. And they certainly could not match the Marines' equipment. But he used the land to his advantage, lurking in the fields and hills of Nicaragua, and using surprise attacks to harass the Marines.
I know. I've read plenty of textbooks on guerrilla warfare.
In the end, he drove them out. He was truly a role model for us.
Yeah, but that was the 30s. Didn't the Depression have something to do with it? It takes cash to wage war.
Perhaps. But there is no denying what the general accomplished. The people hailed him as the General de Hombres Libres, the General of Free Men. They loved him. And then he was assassinated by Anastasio Somoza Garcia, commander of La Guardia.
The father of the current Somoza.
Somoza had the Americans backing. That is the way things were. The general may be dead, and the times may have changed, but his will lives on inside each of us. We are the sons and daughters of General Sandino.
The hiss in the background of the cassette playing that is simulated here. Does anyone else love that? I find it very soothing. Like the sound of water in the background. Don't get that anymore. But yes, you're away. What are we doing? What do you think? Oh, Metal Gear tapes. No, Metal Gear Solid Tape Walker. Right now. This is a cool tape. Watermelon Sellers. C causes a troll.
Hey, how's the watermelon business these days?
Not bad. I hear the compas back home are hanging in there too.
Good to hear.
You know our nickname. I'm impressed. No wonder they call you boss.
You used to hide your weapons in hollowed-out watermelons, smuggle them right past the National Guard. You even transported pineapple grenades that way. The name caught on among sympathizers in the region and...
What are you talking about? They call us watermelon sellers because the general's name sounds like the word for watermelon. Sandia.
Really?
Si.
Damn it, Kaz. A revolution to bring peace to your country, huh? No matter how much we
Snake,
fight,
you got played like a
peace
damn
never gets
fiddle.
any closer, does it?
I do not like it, but it is the only way. If we do not fight back, they'll just keep exploiting us. You want proof? Look at our country's history. Revolution is a means and not an end. I know. When the revolution is victorious, I want my country to be at peace. But to bring peace, we have to first eliminate that traitorous scum.
It's an old saying. We make war that we may live in peace.
Who said it?
Aristotle.
You know your history.
I had a good teacher.
It has always been like this. People making the same mistakes over and over. And still, all we can do is fight.
I hear you. If you've got a goal, you've got to keep moving forward. I noticed you called Che Guevara El Che.
Not just us. Everyone in these parts does. Che was always his nickname. It does not feel right to call him by his last name. I was shocked the first time I saw you. You look so much like him.
I look like El Che, huh?
Sort of. Not in the face. It's more the way you carry yourself.
I guess Che's a hero to the Sandinistas, too.
Of course. The FSLN was formed in the spirit of the ideologies championed by El Che and Fidel.
Fidel Castro. So, you're trying to bring the Cuban Revolution to Nicaragua.
Well, we were. But Cuba isn't what it once was. Not since El Che left. El Che was a true revolutionary. He fought and died for the people. He worked harder than anybody, and he was a righteous man. Even as a minister of Cuba, he gave up his weekends to work on the farms and public works. As a volunteer, no less.
Yeah, I've heard the stories. But when you think about it, wasn't it that obsession that did him in?
How do you mean?
We can't all be supermen. He thought the ideals he applied in Cuba would work in Bolivia. But he failed to win converts and the support of the peasants. And it cost him his life.
Maybe you are right. But at least he did not steal from those peasants, no matter how hard things got.
Yeah, I can sympathize with that. There's plenty of guerrillas out there who'd rob their own people to feed their revolutions.
If we had a comandante like him, the Sandinistas would find the will to fight.
I hope you're enjoying these. These are great. Most of these topics I didn't learn enough about in school, in life, and wrong as it may be, I've learned far more about these topics a video game series I ever did. I went to some pretty good schools. There's so much out there to learn. And even if this is a mix of fact and fiction, just the idea that it gets people interested So many things. You don't get enough of that from games. There's a lot of reasons I love games, but engaging people in history is not one of the more common ones. It's one of the cooler things about Metal Gear, though.
Who called that giant chopper an hombre nuevo?
See, it means new man.
New man.
There was nobody piloting that thing.
History,
It must be controlled by
sociology,
machine.
Yeah, it seems that way.
technology,
No human being could pull off those crazy
politics.
maneuvers.
But it's not crazy. It's smart. It sings, too.
When we first saw it, one of your men said, "Pilot must be an hombre nuevo."
Me? I do not like the name.
Why?
Hombre Nuevo was what El Che was striving to become. What all of us who joined the Sandinistas strive to become. That's why. An Hombre Nuevo is one who finds joy in virtue and voluntary labor. It makes me furious to see that name given to such a monster.
I'll bet.
Yeah, without fully broaching the subject, Celador, it's obviously Che's one of those hot buttons. We don't need to talk a whole lot about him. We'll let the game say its piece. Pun sort of intended.
Chico called that helicopter El Colibri.
Our name for the hummingbird. You saw how that chopper moved, how it hovered in midair like a hummingbird?
A hell of a lot bigger than a bird, though.
True, but better than Hombre Nuevo, don't you think? When you get kidnapped by El Colibri, it's all over. They take you to a prison camp and torture you until you snitch on your compas.
That's what took Chico.
They have no mercy. Once you talk, they toss you out like trash. I knew this, and still I could not save Chico. If he cannot be saved, I will do what must be done.
Don't write him off like that. Sometimes you have to survive, even if it means sacrificing your honor. I'll get him back. I promise.
After another couple hours of tapes, I promise we'll get him back when you're done speaking about plantations and drugs and
The land in our country belongs
personal
to us,
life and-
and yet it does not belong to us.
How so?
Along the coast, it is all banana groves, and in the mountains, it is coffee. I guess in that way, it is not so different from here.
Plantations.
Almost all the bananas and coffee are sold as exports. The landlords keep the money for themselves, leaving precious little to the farmers. Worse, the biggest landowners in the country are Somoza and his family.
But it does bring in foreign currency.
I doubt even that, at least for bananas. The plantations are owned by American corporations. The bananas are processed in factories on the plantations and exported to America from private ports. It's like having little American enclaves along the coast of Nicaragua.
But the farmers have no choice but to go work there.
Es ridículo. The people have to take their land back. It is one of the things we are fighting for.
Tell me, when exactly did you realize your dad was working with the KGB?
About 6 months ago. Up until then, we only had beans to eat. And then suddenly, we started to get eggs and flour. Our bullet shortage simply disappeared.
How'd he get the cocaine?
Ask the KGB. All we did here was process it. Coca plants grow here too. But to my knowledge, almost all of the stuff we used came from Colombia and Bolivia.
It's processed in a factory and then shipped to ports on the Caribbean Sea. Where does it go after that?
I never thought about it. I mean, I did not want to think about it.
The biggest cocaine consumer in the world is the United States. I'm guessing they smuggle it in on vessels disguised as fishing boats.
Wait. La CIA uses that route too. Are you telling me they're selling cocaine to their own country?
Looks that way.
Those bastards are turning their own children into junkies? Are they insane?
No, just afraid. Afraid of a communist Central America. Amanda, when did you join up with the Sandinistas?
About a year ago, when I went into the mountains with mi viejo and his group.
I thought your dad was with the FSLN from the start.
No, he fought alongside General Sandino, But after that, he retired for a while. He found a job, got a wife and a house, and raised us kids. Then one day, some Sandinista students came by.
And he felt the old fire in his belly.
Something like that. All he did was help them escape from La Guardia, though. But then La Guardia showed up. They broke into our house and began pushing him around, shouting questions.
I'm guessing he kept his mouth shut.
No matter how hard they hit him. Our house was trashed. After that, he was on their list. They harassed him day and night. It was only then that he gave himself over to the Sandinistas. He kept it hidden from us at first, so we would not get hurt.
He sounds like a good father.
He was. But my mother got fed up with it. She left us. I don't blame her.
Why didn't you go with her?
It was a hard decision for sure. But like my father, I could not let Somoza get away with his crimes. But most of all,
Chico.
he is too much like his papa. One way or the other, he was going to stay. And I could not leave him behind. Soon enough, La Guardia drove us out, and we found ourselves in the mountains. It just kind of happened.
Well, for an accidental revolutionary, you sure put up a hell of a fight.
The mountains make men into warriors. The training is harsh, but it brings us that much closer to being hombres nuevos.
Chico couldn't ask for a better sister. I can see why they picked you to be Comandante.
When I was little,
So cool.
I came down with malaria. Unlucky for me, it was the bad kind. I was in a daze the whole time. And at one point they said I was not going to make it.
Malarial encephalopathy. I hear it's pretty common in tropical malaria cases.
Even today, my memory sometimes gets a little fuzzy. Since then, I've had this fear of mosquitoes. When I hear them buzzing nearby, I get jumpy.
Aha, that explains the chain smoking.
See, I thought it might help keep the mosquitoes away, just a little. Maybe it is all in my head. You're the same way, right?
Well, I will say this. I prefer a cigar over mosquitoes.
Me too.
I've got to hand it to you. Takes guts to conquer your fear like that and live a guerrilla's life in the wild.
It is nothing. El Che did not let asthma stop him from leading the revolution. Compared to him, I am no hero.
I'm sorry to hear about your dad.
Thank you for saying that. Mi viejo was the leader of the Frente. He was the last of the generation that knew General Sandino. He saw the general's exploits firsthand as a boy. He would tell us stories about it all the time and about how the general was assassinated.
Did you know he was getting money from the KGB?
I had some idea, but I did not have the courage to confront him about it. I know it was a painful decision for him to make.
I can imagine.
Yes, my father was a good man. I loved him as a daughter, and his soldiers believed in him. Thanks to him, La Frente held together even in the worst of times. I don't know if I can ever fill his shoes.
Last tape before mission. Hey,
Message coming in.
Chico's 12,
Got you
right?
through.
Edie Gray,
Right.
thank you for the host,
Isn't he a
man.
little short
How's
for his
Uncharted?
age?
Malnourishment. Food is hard to come by when you're running around in the jungle.
He's got quite an appetite.
I know. I didn't want him to come in the first place, but there was no one to take him in. I had no choice but to look after him.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes it's better for a kid to be with his family than far away in a safe place.
Thank you.
Promise me this, though. When your fight is over, make sure he gets a proper education. Give him a chance to be something other than a guerrilla. It's not too late to teach him something other than fighting.
Okay, I promise. You know what book Chico really likes? The World Encyclopedia of Mysterious Creatures. The Loch Ness Monster, the Yeti.
UMAs. Yeah, I know.
He's still so much like a boy. I worry about him.
He'll be fine. I know plenty of grown men who still go crazy over UMAs.
Are you serious?
Just wait until we get Chico's UMA tapes. First, we need to get Chico. Is it actually time to go after Chico? Rescue Chico from Aldea Los Despiertos prison facility and locate the route used by U.S. mercenaries to transport the nuclear material, and try not to drink too much while listening to all the tapes between the missions, because eventually you will have to shoot something. Whoa! Pistols, what's going on? It's like one mission in between breaks
Camp north of here.
and a lot of tapes. How many Fultons do I have? 9. 9. I have 9. Ready to roll, baby. I think I did too. You know what happens sometimes. There's Edge is good. Oh, very cool, man. Sounds like you had some real action today. Congrats on that. Hope you also had a good time with it. Toga! Toga! I'm afraid it's been 9 more hours. Northwest. Well, north and northwest. Anything over here? Not exactly a game filled with treasure, but there is some reason to go off the path. Tape Walker with bonus missions.
Start talking. Start talking.
Really? I got word for that. Cannot afford to Fulton everybody.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
You can just knock people out. We don't have to Fulton them.
The basin ahead leaves you completely exposed to sniper fire.
Do the tapes facilitate the nap?
Sniper, better be careful if you don't want your head blown off.
Well, if the whole place isn't on alert, why would the sniper even know where we are?
Wait,
You won't get up there alone. With some help, maybe?
can't be imagining things.
You could be.
Somebody there. Nothing here.
We might be far enough out to not be seen. I keep forgetting I have Fulton equipped. Alright, that's fine. That'll work. That'll
Fulton
do.
recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Somebody there? Nothing here. Somebody. Here he is.
Fair enough.
We found the enemy. Send backup.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements now.
Back up. Can't climb that? Can't climb that? Come on, I know you're not Lara Croft, but really? Alright, we'll just stand there and hope that no one actually sees you. Nice dodge.
Here he is.
Fuck. Where are you? Oh, the sniper. Just forgot all about the sniper. I can't Fulton this guy because combat? I guess. Uh-oh. Please? 3, 2, 1. Oh, because Fulton is not equipped. Well, you know, good reason. When you think about it. Gee, me too.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
I wanted to play Telltale Game of Thrones, and it's not finished, and will finish. But this is far more entertaining for me as well. Yeah. Yes. I'd Fulton more, but I think I could probably use up all my Fultons in this area without having Fultoned anyone else. Look, butterflies.
Chico's in one of these
Look
houses.
as they flutter
You've got
by.
to find him, Snake.
Also, better to get these guys who can be spotted by their friends. I'm gonna get seen here.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Saving the Fultons for these guys.
Check inside a house by pressing the action button in front of the door.
Not Chico.
Mama!
Mama! BD Gray, no, the schedule says 2 12-hour streams, but it's gonna take at least one extra.
Supposedly, the houses being used to hold prisoners have been fitted with blue doors.
5 more. 4 more. Blue doors. Hey, you could rush through the game, but I'd say 30 hours is a lot, and this may take a little more just because streaming breaks, etc., etc.
No one here.
Make. Elite, yeah. He's stuck. Duck! Duck, duck, snake. Duck, duck, snake. Duck, 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 snake! Three left. Iron shark.
We're under attack!
Yeah, damn. I think.
Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Start talking. Ah! Start talking. Huh?
Nice spin. Spin it to win it. I don't think he's gonna get spotted.
Chico, is that you?
Who's there?
Chico, it's me.
You're that photographer,
That's right.
Jaya.
You're a photographer.
huh? I thought you were here for the birds.
Yeah, the birds of the battlefield.
Whoa, is that chess? Can I see it? Wow, the same kind of Che used.
You can't keep it, kid. Here, have these instead.
Those photos. Huh. Oh no, Amanda!
She's alright.
Safe. Don't worry.
You sure?
We're patching her up back at my place.
She's hurt?
I said, don't worry. It's just a broken leg.
You got any cigarettes? A cigar, huh? Hey!
It's not for kids. Chico, do you know where they took the cargo?
Cargo? What cargo?
Let me rephrase that. How do they get stuff from the coast up here?
Oh, that I can tell you. When the cargo gets to the harbor, they first send it up the marshes on a barge. Then, they load it onto a jungle train past the banana plantation and transport it by rail. The train stops here. When it gets to the train terminal past the coffee plantation, they reload it again. This time onto a truck, which disappears into a tunnel heading toward the mountains.
Disappears. Chico, what's on the other side of that tunnel?
Nobody knows. None of our compas ever got close enough. He's protected by a spirit.
Spirit.
Yeah, a giant monster. El Basilisco.
The king of snakes.
No, really, I saw it. I was camping up there one day, and just as I was waking up around dawn, I heard this loud noise. I opened my eyes and saw an enormous shadow. Must have been 30 bara at least. He was walking, on legs as big as trees.
Where did you see it?
At the terminal near the tunnel, but I only saw it that one time.
What exactly were you doing there?
Well, me and my sister got into a fight.
And you just happened to go camping.
You know, their train should be arriving at the place I saw El Basilisco right about now.
Is it far?
No, really. Go past the coffee plantation, and it'll be to the north. What are you chasing?
Something that could keep the world in balance. Or destroy it.
Huh?
I heard that place was a narcotics plant before those guys took it over. But you already knew that, didn't you? Look, I get it. Even revolutionaries need to pay the bills. Still, must be tough for a kid like you to swallow.
You're damn right it is. The route they use to transport stuff is the same one mi viejo used to smuggle drugs. He sold the drugs to the Norte Americanos and used the profits to fund the army. They tried to keep it hidden from me.
Is that why you went camping?
Yes. I managed to sneak into the plant a few times and I tried to set it on fire. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. I'm not a kid, I'm 12.
Couldn't do it though, could you? Chico, growing up means choosing how you're gonna live your life. To do the right thing, You sometimes have to leave the things you care about behind. Parents, family, your homeland.
Mi viejo. Papa,
Chico, look at the photos.
mi viejo.
He's gone. But there's one thing you don't ever leave behind. Your memories. Keep them safe. You want to get out of here, Chico?
I do, but
Come back with me. Your sister's waiting for you.
I can't go back. I can't face everybody.
You told them where your compas are. I see. Nothing to be ashamed of. Pain gets the better of us all.
I wish I was dead.
Okay then. I'll put you out of your misery.
What?
Any last words? Shoot. You are only going to kill a man. I just wasted a bullet. Don't waste your life. Listen to me, Chico. You died here today. You understand? You're hombre nuevo. A new man. Now, give that new life to me.
Huh?
Fight with me, little soldier. Show me how strong you really are. Dry your tears, then promise me one thing. No smoking until you get older. Remember, real heroes are never as polished as the legends that surround them.
You got it, boss.
Snake is
Got it, boss.
What's that? Ah!
Good to see you, Chameleon. How you doing? Bum, bum, bum. C rank. Took too long. 2 alerts. Took too long, 2 alerts. Wow, 2 alerts. Boo. Ba-bum. C4, design specs. Doing great. Always seem to have fun playing Metal Gear, even if playing means playing 10 minutes in between
Snake, Chico made it
30,
over.
40-minute segments of tapes.
Chico, you made it.
I love audiobooks,
Don't give me that.
especially Metal Gear
You
ones.
give me a new life, and then you nearly kill me.
Glad you're doing well,
You did
too.
Enjoy the trip.
What's the big idea? Dragging me off in a balloon? I might as well have taken a Calibri.
At least you got a nice view. Or are you afraid of heights?
Whatever.
Hmm.
I just wish you would explain it to me first.
Would you have agreed to go if I did?
Thank you for saving us, Snake.
Amanda, a word of advice.
What?
Stop treating him like a child.
Yes. Yes, I know. You're right. I shouldn't.
Amanda, you're coming back after your leg heals, right?
Of course. We still have work to do.
We, huh? Are you sure you've got Chico's future in mind when you say that?
What do you mean? We're sworn to our father's cause, to helping the revolution succeed.
Revolution or no revolution, you pick up a gun and sooner or later you're going to hell. Are you prepared for that?
I am. If the alternative is giving up the country I love, I'll take hell.
Really? Well then, you're gonna have to stop treating Chico like a brother and start treating him like a soldier.
You're right.
Welcome to hell.
Snake, can I ask you a favor?
Shoot.
You find any prisoners from El Frente, you bring them back alive. because...
You're trying to make amends for talking.
Not just that. Because they're compas.
All right. But first, I've got to catch up to that cargo.
I'll do whatever I can to help. Call me if there's anything you need to know about the area. And
And what?
let me know if you encounter any wildlife you've never seen before.
You amaze! You amaze!
What, like that basilisco you were talking about?
I'm talking about UMAs.
UMAs.
You know, like ancient dinosaurs or legendary monsters. One day, I'm going to be a hunter.
Is that right? Okay, sure.
If you want to know more, I'm happy to tell you.
Right. I'll be in touch, Chico.
Okay, Snake. The enemy's cargo is headed for the next outpost, a rail terminal.
Chico says no one's ever set foot past there.
Their main base is probably on the other side of that tunnel. Unless we catch those spears before reaching it, they'll be in enemy hands. You've got to stop them. Hurry, Snake. Boss, I had an idea. Listen to this.
Let me guess. You want to start running ads in the local gossip rags?
Please, what do you take me for? I thought that with all the new guys we've got, we should get an intel team going. We'd send agents around the country to scout out different locations. That way we're better prepared, no matter where we end up.
That's actually not a bad idea.
They could probably develop recon equipment for us too. We could also have them transport goods and direct the mother base support strikes. You can send an item to a co-op teammate from the delivery menu.
Special report. Delivery service now available. Pizza, pizza. Support supplies. Yay! Can now be sent from Mother Base. You can make a supply request for ammo and items using special weapons during a mission. Database now available. Intel team now available. Chico. That needs to go with us. No. So when we run out of Fultons, we can get more Fultons. More Fultons. More ammo, more Fultons. Alligator up. Koipu up. Lungfish up. Horse. Goldfinch. New things that are done being developed, but maybe not anything new to develop quite yet. In due time. You returned and there were no tapes. Praise the Lord. Codias, you are so wrong. You are so wrong. You arrived just in time for the next round of tapes. That would be more correct, actually. You arrived in between missions. Of course there are tapes. Pursue the jungle train. Not to mention classified document retrieval. There are lots of extra ops. If we don't do some of them along the way, and regardless of whether we do some of them along the way, there will be plenty to do at the end. We have to grind stuff out. That won't be today. I don't know. Maybe today we just do main ops, and then on Tuesday we start... whatever. Point is, we cannot just ignore the side ops. They will come up. Jungle train.
Snake, according to Chico, the nuclear materials will be loaded from a train and onto a truck at a rail terminal near the eastern foot of Irazu. If we can't cut him off at that terminal, we'll be in a world of hurt. Hurry, Snake.
Oz has plenty to say. And Chico. Even Miller may have new stuff to say. Related? No. Looking before we dive in. How it works. Oops. We'll do the briefing tapes afterwards. Might have forgotten to check a couple of the briefing tapes last time because I said I would do it that way. None for Miller, right? Oz. Costa Rica's natural environment. Dry forests.
Areas with a distinct dry season, like the Pacific coast, have tropical dry forests. During the dry season, the trees drop their leaves. It gives you a clearer view, but at the same time, there are fewer places to hide. So be careful.
Sounds dull.
It is not really. A lot of trees flower during the dry season, including my favorite, the tabebuia. It has these amazingly vivid yellow flowers. Costa Rica has several active volcanoes, Irasu being one of them.
That's where Camino de Lava comes from, huh?
The tropical dry forests around here are quite different from our rainforests. They lose their leaves in the dry season. Tropical forests are not all thick jungles. A few of them even have cacti. Some of Costa Rica's greatest assets are its diverse forests and natural landscapes. Costa Rica got its first real railroads up and running about 100 years ago. Their primary purpose was to move coffee harvested in the Central Basin to the Caribbean coast.
They built railroads here 100 years ago? That's impressive.
It was even more difficult than you would imagine. Later, they started using the railroads for shipping bananas too. There still might be some branch lines around here. Aldea de los Despiertos means Village of the Awake.
Weird name.
The area is littered with coffee fields.
I wasn't saying
And there's
much.
a factory
I was
nearby.
grabbing chips.
The villagers are fans of coffee. So,
They don't get much sleep, huh? They've got a sense of humor, all right.
I cannot believe they would take over a place like this and use it as a prison. It is unforgivable for both the CIA and the thugs they employ. All the villagers wanted was to live in peace. What gives the CIA the right to crush them like that?
They don't care about anyone's rights but their own. It's just the way some people are.
You really think so?
Don't worry. It just gives me the right to teach them a lesson.
The supply staging point is at the eastern foot of Irasu. There's a rail terminal there. They'll probably transfer the nuke from the train onto a truck.
Gotcha. I'll have to catch them while they're moving the cargo.
But you might run into El Basilisco. Keep your eyes peeled, Snake.
An 80-foot-tall walking behemoth. The CIA's new weapon?
Could be. Too bad it's not actually a dinosaur. I think they're testing it up at the base on top of the mountain.
I met a guy in Russia who described it as a Metal Gear linking infantry and artillery.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Like maybe it's connected to everything that's happening here somehow.
The nukes? You don't think...
What else could it be? If it is up there, I'll just have to improvise. Either way, I won't know until I get there.
Watch your back, Snake. Snake, legend has it, a place called Isla del Monstruo is near Costa Rica.
Isla del Monstruo.
It was discovered in the 18th century by Caribbean pirates sailing over to the Pacific. And the island in Treasure Island is based on one near Costa Rica, too.
Treasure Island. I remember reading that.
You've read it, too? Ah, that makes things easier. In Nicaragua, we too have a story about a group of pirates that encountered a flying monster out at sea. Some even say they landed on this monster island, though we still don't know exactly where it is. That's the reason I've always wanted to come to Costa Rica.
Ha! I see.
Ooh, I heard another story
Ooh.
about a talking cat that lives somewhere in Costa Rica. They say it'll take you to this place.
Ugh. Interesting stuff.
Wanna know more about the island?
Maybe later.
Huh?
If I'm headed that way, you can fill me in.
Okay, just let me know. Amanda's so bossy. It's always follow me or stay here. The other day she told me, chew your gallo pinto before you swallow. Can you believe it?
Knowing your sister? Yeah, I can.
The enemy could strike at any time. I can't sit around taking my sweet time eating. I'm a Sandinista, just like the others. I don't need some woman telling me what to do.
Some woman? She's your sister, and she's doing the best she can to fill your father's shoes.
I know, but lately she hasn't been doing so good. I should be strong for her.
Now you're talking. Sorry to hear
It
about
does
your
look
dad.
badly
Don't-
photoshopped. You had to
He
say
was-
that. It's just.
He is a guerrilla warrior. We pledge our lives to our country and its people. I'm ready to die too if I have to.
You sure?
You better believe it. Like mi viejo used to say. Patria o muerte.
Che said it first.
My dad used to tell us all kinds of stories. About General Sandino and his fight against La Guardia. About my mom before she left us.
You didn't want to go with her.
It's not like that. La Revolucion comes first, that's all.
You must wish you could see her, though.
I don't know. But I know I'll see her again when this is all over. Somehow, I just know it. When I do, me and my mom and papa are all going to live together again. At least that's what I thought. Now,
Hang in there, Chico. Your sister needs you.
okay. Have you ever heard, shoot, coward? You're only going to kill a man.
Yeah, that's what I said
Che's
before I
last
nearly
words.
shot you.
He'd been captured in Bolivia and said it to the soldiers just as they were about to execute him.
El Che. He was something, wasn't he? Coming up with a line like that knowing he was about to die.
After the Cuban Revolution, Che gave up his position in the new government to aid in revolutions in other countries. He knew he could die at any time, and he was ready for it.
Me? I couldn't even take a little torture.
But you've been reborn as an hombre nuevo. Right, Chico?
Right.
Don't you ever get lonely, living away from your mom?
Not really. My compas are my family now. A lot of them are from the same village as me.
So you had plenty of people to take care of you.
Take care of me. I'm a warrior, like any other Sandinista. We look out for each other. That is how it works.
Sorry. Guess I misspoke.
Now we're scattered because of that colibri. Wonder where everybody went. Hey, Snake. If you see any Frente prisoners, please, you gotta get them out, okay? Those guys are solid, every one. You could use them in MSF.
Any as possible, Chico.
Hey, Snake. Are there any jobs for me here at Mother Base? I can do anything.
You don't have to work, you know.
Don't treat me like a kid. I'm a man now.
Okay, then. What are you good at?
Let me think. Everything. Put me on any team. I can pull my own weight.
Well, you are young. You'll probably be a fast learner. I'll think of something.
Anything you need, boss. You'll see. I can fight as good as anybody.
Couple left.
Amanda, do you know the way to the rail terminal?
Remember the locomotive by the fork in the road before the village?
Yeah, back in the jungle.
Follow the train tracks from there, and you'll come to the terminal. But there's a plant along the way.
Disguised as a coffee factory?
Yes, it is their drug refining plant. La CIA controls it now. Cutting through there is the shortest way, but it'll be crawling with soldiers. If you want to go around...
No, forget it. If that's the shortest way, that's the way I'll take. Besides, It's one of their bases. It'll be good intel.
Very good. A number of guards at the plant are positioned on high walkways. Be sure to study their movements before you advance.
Or I could just snipe them first.
The plant's layout is another maze, I'm afraid. Stay cool. Make your way out of the plant and you'll arrive at the terminal.
You know a lot about this place.
What are you saying? I've been there before, when the KGB ran it, yes. But it is not as if I enjoyed it.
No, I just meant you know a lot about how the enemy works.
I hope so. Anyway, did you talk to Chico about the terminal?
He said it's where they transfer the cargo onto trucks.
Meaning the facility is of considerable importance to them. Don't get careless.
I won't.
By the way, I've heard of a shortcut that cuts straight to the coffee factory, to the east of the village. But I've never used it myself. Check it out if you're interested.
Thanks for the
Shortcut
tip.
east of village. Boom, boom. It's getting warm in here. Getting very warm. Mission time. Is it really mission time? Wow, we have time for a mission between breaks. Cool.
The train terminal is on
I have
the
some
other
new
side
gear
of
I
the
didn't
coffee
equip, but
factory.
it'll
Head
be
for the
okay.
factory first.
Hopefully. Shortcut to the east. So instead of going south and around, we could just cut straight over. Find it. Shortcut
To
to
get
the
to the
east.
coffee factory, you'll first need to backtrack to the fork in the road. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
How doth the shortcut work?
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Not sure how the shortcut works.
Start talking. Start talking.
Would able to go over that. He's strong enough. Sure of it. Shortcuts are the reasons you want a 4x4. You can see on the map we're in the right spot. I mean, the shortcut is shown on the map as being here. Oh, the wall with the grenade? Why not? Shortcut. No.
You hear that bang?
No, you didn't hear anything. That was not a grenade. Your imagination?
Being shot at. Going to alert.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements. Proceed with extra caution. Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
We could just backtrack. I'm curious about the shortcut. Maybe I've never done it. I feel like I should know how the shortcut works, but I guess not a thing. Instead, I caused an unnecessary alert.
Somebody there.
Oh, they're great. These guards. Learn to peripheral vision.
We're under attack! Enemy sighted, prepare to attack!
Understood. Eliminate all hostiles.
Yeah, it may wreck with your rating, but it's kind of a gameplay is more than a little forgiving. Yeah, you want a CQC, a string of 100 enemies, that's generally cool.
Hey!
Hey! Hey, you.
I know I saw something.
He didn't see anything.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete. This is HQ.
This is patrol. Target lost. Going to alert status.
Understood. The enemy should still be nearby. Find him.
What's the deal with the shortcut anyways? The long way.
There's a coffee factory to the northeast. Beyond that is a train terminal.
In case the long way is the short way, because I wasn't going anywhere.
HQ, come in!
This is HQ.
Oh, you're so close to being out. Alerts on. Does Peace Walker reset the alerts when you zone? No! An alert. Bum, 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 bum. So curious about the shortcut that wasn't. Fence. Yep.
HQ, come in.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Return to base. Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Who's that?
I think I see someone. I'm seeing things.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Pass through the coffee factory to reach the train terminal.
Silencer just break. I can't remember. Does Peace Walker require us to place silencers? I don't think so. It's kind of weird how they don't even address the you're indoors using a Fulton. I didn't mean to Fulton him because I only have one Fulton left. That was my shit. That was.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
I did not bring what I need to get a supply drop, and I used the Fulton that I meant to use on this guy. On random guard number 24. So let's. Okay, it is what it is. I do need to set up my equipment so that I can call for a supply drop, though. Impressions.
Looks like we're just in time. Neutralize all enemies and secure the train.
I really should have changed my loadout. I've got smoke grenades now, but I didn't bring them. Yeah, you mentioned having resolution issues with KOTOR. If it's off of Steam, I thought they had a lot of that sorted, but maybe they have not patched. One recently, was it just two? Yeah, well, I'll think about it later. One guy just not gonna move, ever. Looks away. He will probably see me. If I put some distance, he sees me. Oh. Well, that's nice. Fast enough. Fast. Ah, nice. Constructed. Need to reload. Perfect. Look at all. Where you see what's going on. First. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So close. Come on. Ah, excellent positioning. Oh no. What are you doing? Oh, it's a clusterfuck. Circle jerk time. Circle jerk time. Ooh, circle jerk averted. One left. Not count as neutralized. It's like kill them or Fulton them. Do I? I don't have enough Fultons, and I can't call for more. And I've got to kill them.
Check out the cargo.
Nukes.
Boom! Boom! Big bada boom! To be continued. And change up some gear, a little bit of gear. Kills, no, but alerts, yes. M60 specs. Sonic Eye. Sonic Eye. Special report. Personnel report. Hey, Jack. What's happening? You get a weekend? I know work is your favorite subject right now, but time this weekend? New plant. Staff morale is falling. Assign staff to the mess hall team to ensure that there's enough food, or people will hate you. We'll start with another auto assignment, and then we'll see if we have a deficiency. Adjust as needed. Hey, David Liam, what's happening? C4. Tortilla chips. Tortilla chips. Tortilla chips. Yeah, that's what I'm eating. Upgraded Fulton. Mess halls, okay, now 127% food production. All right. Chico ended up on the intel team. Woohoo! I bet he's stoked. Develop C4. Oh yeah. Anything else I can develop? An M60. Large caliber. General purpose machine gun. Large capacity. High firepower. Heavy. Fulton rank 2.
It's an enemy tank unit. Either neutralize the soldiers or destroy the tank. Get them.
I'm really expecting tapes here. Okay, 1, 2. There are tapes. We'll get them after the tank. I guess there's 1 or 2 here that are relevant, but...
An enemy tank. Is there somewhere you can hide, boss?
There are train cars.
Briefly.
But they won't hold up against a gun like that.
Even a freight train? Incredible.
But they keep me out of sight. Temporarily.
Use them to look for an opportunity to hit its treads or the fuel tank at the back. But
Don't forget about that gun, huh?
or the soldiers. They may try to flank you.
Right.
You can also stop it by taking out all the soldiers. You can do it, Snake.
As I said before, building railroads in Costa Rica was a dangerous job. A lot of men died, and sometimes they stopped work altogether. This is one of those places. They had to cut through steep terrain, so when they finally made it through, they just built the rail terminal right there. And that is why they named it...
El Cadalso. The gallows. Charming. I'm surprised the construction money didn't dry up the way things were going.
Actually, it did. But the bananas helped complete it. So they say.
You mean the energy the workers got from eating bananas? I suppose they do have plenty of vitamins and...
No. I meant the money they got to finish it came from exporting bananas.
Oh.
But one thing is for certain. The owners of the railroads expanded into the banana trade after construction was completed. That was the start of banana cultivation in Costa Rica.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Oh, grenades! I didn't bring the law. Why didn't I equip the law? Where was the law in there? Didn't I make the law? I am the law. That was the law.
Neutralize that tank unit. You can do it.
I never meant to climb it, but when I started climbing, it became irresistible. Actually, you know what I should try and do? Oh shit. I was gonna say, I should knock some helmets off, but this just went to shit really fast. Where's my smoke grenade? God, shut up, dude. Really? Why am I not getting any? There we go.
Keep rations equipped.
We dead? Ah! Snake!
What's going on,
Snake!
Snake? Report. What's your
Snake!
situation? Snake!
Let's not climb the train. What do you think? Hey, Scully, welcome back. Smoke grenade's not bad, though.
The tank. Just focus on the troops.
Don't worry about the tank. Yeah, easy for you to say,
They're
Gaz.
trying to find you. Make sure they don't.
Dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum.
close by.
But that's Uh-oh! No, 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 no! No, no, no! No main cannon. Where were they? Oh my god. Just want your... There, just trying to do that. Uh-oh. Sort of just... Whoa! Where'd y'all come from? Reinforcements! Oh, God! I'm good. Get up, get up! Snake, get up! Get up, Snake! That was not the, this is not the CQC you were looking for. How about it? Oh, God. That hurt. Almost! Almost! Snake! Snake! Snake, we were doing so well. Oh God, no! Jesus.
Keep rations equipped to automatically rejoin the line when
Ah! Shit. Oh God. You're shooting your guy. You're shooting your own guy. Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! He can destroy the train cars till they don't even exist, but he can't take out this concrete wall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Snake! Bad timing, move! I think we're gonna have to kill one of these guys. I've only got... I guess I could call for supplies now. Dude was getting in my way. Trying to do something else to activate the marker. I might. I don't quite remember. Let's see. What does it say?
no support available in that location.
Ah! Alright.
Get to a place with fewer barriers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Suppose that makes sense. Fuck me. No! Alright. You asked for it. That went pretty far. He's gonna take this train car out very soon. Well, in the end, this was handled very poorly because I can't get to anywhere where I can get a supply drop. Actually, out of rations. I think that's it for Snake. He's dead. It's alright, Snake. Take a dirt nap.
What happened, Snake?
Snake! 2 waves of guys. Well, shouldn't waste what I've got. Also, I could bring the law. I mentioned not bringing the law. Kind of. I forgot the law. Get down. Game over, man. Game over. I prefer not to kill everyone, even if killing everyone would be easier. Not like we couldn't go Rambo. You see the tanks in the back of the tank? Right there.
Cover! I'm done for! Right. Move in! I'm done for!
Oh god, and he's not taking me out. His loss. Kadaj, no, we've just been playing this for a few hours. We've hardly done any missions. Monster Hunter missions, I'm not even sure what unlocks them, but no, haven't done the Monster Hunter missions. I don't know why I decided to try and kill everyone. Other than that, I completely failed to survive the quiet version, so why not? Every once in a while, you just gotta go Rambo. Oh my god, the train. BD Gray, you can always post a link, man. You can always post a link. You've been a regular for a long time. Long time! You don't need permission to post links. Thank you for asking, but you don't need to. Ah, I went right by the pole. Okay. Yeah, that went very poorly. Go! Jesus, Snake, go! Ah! We're out of anything useful. Alright. Suppose I could call for a supply drop out here, and I probably should. Good times. Oh god. No! Out of rations! Snake, you're screwed, Snake. Oh! My God. The wall's gone. He took out the whole wall. Please move. Please don't get stuck on the back of the train. You are stuck on the little barrier. Not good. Yo! That's pretty cool, getting wrecked that badly.
Get up, Snake!
Get up!
Costa Rica's finished!
I'm sorry. Costa Rica's finished. Random ammo pops up in that area. Kadaj, it's all good, man. Thank you. I don't really need. I'm not really. I mean, you can offer tips, but I'm not really like looking for them. So, it's all good though. We're just having fun. Don't expect a particular kind of outcome or anything optimal. We're just having a good time. Gonna play this today. We're gonna play it on Tuesday, Wednesday, then Ground Zeroes, and we'll do a fresh Phantom Pain run. But
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
Kadaj, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. We could try to do this a little more quietly, though. We'll try. What are the odds of being able to actually just pick one off? Come on now. Not good. Shit. Snake! Oh, man. It happened again! It's happening! Not exactly what we were aiming for, but take what you can get. Oh, don't run me over! No! Ah! 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 Oh! God, every time that just... No! No! This is just moving the trains. Okay, the big gun, it's a badass. What are you gonna do? This is why people don't fight tanks up close. Did he just take out one of his own guys? He did. That main gun. That is so traumatizing. Don't surround him. Don't do anything to him. Let him live. Let him live. Please let him live. This is not going well. I've let this devolve into the biggest mess repeatedly. I could always re-equip Bring the Law and just take everything out, but not the plan. I guess I didn't have a plan. I certainly don't have enough healing items to be so sloppy here. Who's left? Crap.
all right? Snake? Snake!
Well, this is unexpected. I didn't really think we'd be sitting here on the tank battle for a while. We're also overdue for a break, but I do want to finish the tank battle. We can take a break after the tank battle. I just thought we'd be long done with it.
The enemy troops.
4 rations. Terrible shooter. I got a few grenades. Because I have 15 grenades. Everyone's gonna die! Everyone's gonna die. Everyone's going to die. Just all of you. Just. This is why people go Rambo. Where the hell did you come from? Really? Where are these guys coming from? Where are they hiding?
You'll just have to attack the thing directly.
Pretty sure you can't really hide that many people in a tank. What do I know, though? Maybe it's a clown car tank. Oh, this is so bad being here again. So not where I want to be. I'm gonna get squashed between a train car and a wall. Yeah, let's just show them where we're at. Yeah, that'll help.
okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak. Main cannon ready to fire! This one makes a punch! Bang, bang! Fire!
I don't know why I have no memory of this being so involved. I thought it was gonna be like a 5-minute thing. And I know it can be. Oh, nice! Throw the grenade that way. So good. So good. I should have brought the law. I really should have brought the law. Wish I brought the law. Death King, what's going on?
Okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
I have a lot to learn and relearn about Peace Walker, because, man, I've been just getting ruined here. No, don't take this!
Coming in. Patching it through.
Chronic, thank you for the host, man. How you doing?
That's gotta be the leader. Can you take him down?
There he is. Be nice if I could trank him. Might be a fantasy, though. His helmet's off, though. It's a good start. Hold still, dude. Bam. Yes! We got one victory! Sweet. Did the tank just miss at point blank range? Thank God it did! That only took way too long. Wow. Hey Rex, what's going on? Woo! Yeah, I'm overdue. 20 minutes overdue for a break. Gonna take a break after this dust settles. God. There should be a Z rating for this stuff. 10 kills. Yeah, C rating. I think that's generous. Generous! Alright. One soldier extracted, the rest murdered. To get a tank in decent shape. Curry! Oh yeah. Get curry and lime soda and tortilla chips and all kinds of good stuff in this one. Tasty, tasty.
The truck is headed up the mountain road past the tunnel.
So it was nukes after all.
What now? Their main base is up ahead.
I better hurry after them then.
But
Kaz, if I don't get moving, it'll be too late.
all right, I guess you never did let dangerous assignments or risk aversion get in your way.
How do I get inside the mountain? I can forget about the tunnel.
Yeah, the tank took care of that.
Any other routes?
Why don't I let a local expert take over?
Snake, you need a way into the mountain?
Yeah, got one.
Let's see. Do you remember that precinct I was in?
In the village, right?
Right. Go back to the village and head north. There is a bridge that connects to the mountain road. It crosses over a gorge. That's probably the best way. But there is a little problem. The path heading north from the village is barricaded. You might have to break through.
Got it.
The heart of Irazu. That's where the enemy's base has got to be, Snake. And maybe...
Let me guess. The Basilisco.
You don't believe me, do you?
No, I mean, we'll have to see.
Snake, Irazu features a number of crater lakes. The Odeberg government had planned to use those lakes to construct hydroelectric plants as one of its big state development projects. The project was scrapped, but there's still a small opening at the bottom of the lake.
Meaning?
I checked the satellite imagery, but didn't see anything man-made, which means they probably built a base inside the mountain. Could just be a storage igloo for explosives, or maybe some kind of research facility.
What do they hope to accomplish by bringing the nukes there?
First things first, get past that barricade north of the village. Looks like the only way through is the noisy way. You'll have to blow it up.
Personnel report, R&D report. Whoa, that took way too long in that tank battle. Man. F. Grade, C4. Fulton rank 2, development complete. Yes, the Mosin Nagant. Ready for development. Spicy curry. Cottontail, hostile. Shit up, Jay. Oh, I will blow more shit up. You better believe it. Nagant. Let's get that going. So we do have the law. We should be able to bring the law. I should have brought the law for that tank battle. One way or another, it would have helped. Got the upgraded Fulton. I find a talking cat. Nope. Nope. Talked about a talking cat. Did not find a talking cat. So it is break time. What do we figure out? The tape screen. If we go to the tape screen, it's relatively quiet. To be able to get some quiet. We need some quiet. Destroy the barricade. Truck carrying the nuclear warheads has last seen heading towards Volcan Irazu. Bridge north of the prison facility is the only way to get there, and a barricade blocks your path. Destroy it. With C4, we'll have to bring C4.
I've got just the explosive to bust through that barricade. C4. We finished developing C4 charges. Take some with you.
Yeah, if you want, Rex. Can. I'm not saying I will or won't go there. We can get it quiet on the briefing files page. Yeah, look at that. It's silent. So when I come back from the break, we've got tapes about C4, Basilisco, shock troopers, anything that branches off of that. More coffee tapes. Amanda destroying the barricade. Chico on the river valley. More enemy soldier types. Mount Irazu area. And geographical info. So, bunch of stuff. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Go stretch your legs, smoke them if you got them. Grab a bite to eat. I'll see you in a few.